Hey everybody. So I'm not exactly sure how to start or approach doing a video like this. I don't really have anything prepared. No script. I'm pretty much going to be speaking off the cuff and saying pretty much what's been on my mind over the last few days to like a week and a half. Like it's pretty much going to be, you could say, a mental decompression of MegaCrasher or Courier, however you guys view me, whether it be my character name or my real life name. It's up to you. But pretty much, because of the fact I don't have anything prepared script-wise, this video could be a little bit messy and a little bit rambly, so I kind of want to apologize in advance for anyone who may not be into things like that. I wanted to apologize to you guys about that, but this video, I feel, is kind of long overdue. Kind of wanted to really vent what's been going on mentally over the last little while, and this kind of stems past a few days to like a week and a half. Like, this is going to be, hopefully, a huge decompression for me, because I feel like that when it comes to mental health, one of the best ways to be mentally healthy is to be able to have the ability to express yourself. Now, there are plenty of ways to go about expressing yourself mentally. There's doing it diplomatically, there's doing it casually, where it's just like you're saying whatever's on your mind, but you're not being too extreme about it. And then there's the extreme where you're being extremely vulgar and extremely just over the top and stuff like that, like over-exaggerating everything, like, fuck this, my life sucks, oh, I want to kill myself, all that stuff. It's like, just, no. That's not, that right there is kind of an unhealthy example of expressing yourself and venting to the people, such as your audience or to your family or whatever. But for this right here, it's not really anything too bad, but I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. And this is sort of like going to be a whole one-take video, this is sort of going to be a raw, unedited kind of video. But anyways, with that being said, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, first and foremost, is to thank each and every single one of you guys for all of your love, all your kind-hearted words and support through whether it be videos of me in my character, me doing my regular videos, whether it be my shirtless maniac videos, my battle commentary videos, things like that. I want to thank all of you guys very much for your support and your feedback for videos like that. And it makes me feel good to see the amount of interaction and the amount of results that videos like that would accomplish. Now, I know that I'm not perfect when it comes to making videos. In fact, I don't want to say I'm one of the worst when it comes to editing videos and stuff like that, but dude, like, I'm not an artist, I'm not an animator, I can't Photoshop to save my life, I fucking suck at that shit, right? But, either way, I do the best I can. Even if my content isn't Markiplier style or PewDiePie style, or hell, even the likes of Shofu or A-Drive or things like that, I mean, like, those guys put together really amazing videos, shout out to all you guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys definitely deserve to be where you are right now, because you guys are just absolutely amazing, and you guys are an inspiration to me, as well as so many other people that are on the site of YouTube, whether they be content creators or whether they be subscribers, or in my case, I don't call you guys just subscribers. I call you guys my friends, because that's the way that I look at things. I don't want you guys to think that I treat you guys as numbers. Now, mind you, analytics, they do look nice from the outside looking in, but at the end of the day, like, are numbers really that important? I mean, you could say to an extent they are, because it kind of tracks your progress as to whether you're increasing or decreasing when it comes to your numbers as a YouTuber. And, if you want to look at it from an analytics standpoint, numbers could be important, because say if your view count or your subscriber count was to increase or decrease, you can gauge from there and see what you need to improve on or what you need to stick to. And, from that regard right there, that is important, because, again, it allows for you to gauge where you are as a content creator on YouTube. But when it comes to things like quality over quantity, quantity being numbers, to reiterate my point, it's like, for me, I'm a quality over quantity guy, although I do a lot of uploads, but I always make sure that what I upload to the site is quality, or at least I do my very, very best. You know, sometimes the videos that I upload that I think are actually really good. I mean, I think all my videos, I would like to think anyways, are pretty well made. But, you know, I'm always open for suggestions for improvement, and you guys have not been shy when it came to cracking down on your guys' suggestions for improvement, which, by the way, you know, that's the kind of thing I thrive off of. I thrive off of your guys' engagement because it allows for me to have another way to gauge as to how well or how poorly I'm doing when it comes to my content, my performance, my delivery, you know, things like that, right? Now that's one of the biggest reasons why you guys mean so much to me, is because without all of you guys, I would be fucking lost as a content creator, you know? And I feel like that with you guys being around, it gives me more encouragement, more support, more motivation and inspiration to keep on doing what I do. And, you know, the thing of it is sometimes I feel down in the dumps, you know? Like, strip aside all the energy, strip aside all the gimmicks and all that stuff. You have just your average 25-year-old that has a big dream, you know? My big dream is to one day, you know, be a public figure and to be an inspiration to people, to reach out, you know, to be able to touch people's hearts with what it is that I do, you know, whether it be something that's meant to be funny, something that's meant to be, you know, awesome, or like, you know, awe-inspiring, or something that, just something that is overall inspirational. And if it means that I have to be in my MegaCrasher character for that to happen, well, then so be it, you know? The thing of it is, it's just a persona, but regardless, at the end of the day, you know, if it has to be my persona that is the inspiration, you know, then so be it, you know? As long as I'm inspiring people and making people happy, I'm a people pleaser, or at least I try my best to be a people pleaser, right? And that can work against me, which I'll get into in a little bit. But the thing of it is that if I'm pleasing people, that actually makes me very happy, because it's like, you know what? I made something of myself by making someone else smile, you know? But the part that works against me is that, you know, if I'm not pleasing someone, and you know, say for example, you know, I do a video and I have the majority of you guys that comment, you know, your support, and you guys approve the video, so to speak. And then there's a few people that aren't really happy with it, kind of thing. It kind of makes me sad to see those people unhappy, especially if they bring legitimate criticisms or legitimate disgust in their feedback, because it's like, damn, man, like, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I really am. And even to the people that are just straight up being douchey and stuff like that, I'm just like, fuck, man, that sucks. Like, you know, I kind of think to myself, it's like, you know, I picture things. I picture a YouTuber that is that, in my opinion, comes close to the perfect mold when it comes to being the kind of YouTuber that is successful. And one of those people would be PokeGameMD, for example. PokeGameMD is someone who I hardly ever hear anything bad about. And even if I did, I'm just thinking, well, like, okay, like, you know, he's human at the end of the day. We all fuck up. We all, you know, do and say shitty things. But the thing with PokeGameMD is, you know, I take a look at his videos, and, you know, I take a look at, you know, the ratings and stuff like that, and you compare the likes to dislikes ratio, you really don't even see the dislikes, like, at all. Like, they're practically non-existent. Like, for every hundreds of likes, you have, like, maybe, I don't know, the same amount of dislikes that you could literally count with one hand. You know, another example would be Mega Magua. You know, that guy is a fucking inspiration to me, man. Like, the guy is so amazing, you know? It was really amazing of him, like, back on my old channel, MegaCrasher, where I gave him a shout-out. He actually subscribed to me on our old channel and also followed me on Twitter. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that's so amazing, right? But, you know, he's also another example of someone who, you know, I kind of want to be like, you know? I still want to keep to myself when it comes to me being who I am, you know? I don't want to really change anything about me, but at the same time, I kind of want to be like some other people. Like, does that make any sense? Like, I apologize if you guys can't really make that much sense of it. Like, it's really fucking weird. Like, that's kind of one of the bad things about coming unprepared for making a video like this. You know, you speak off the cuff and you say the first thing that comes to mind. And I apologize if it comes off as kind of jumbled up and stuff like that. But please try to at least decipher, you know, what I am trying to say to you guys, right? But, you know, getting back to one of my weaknesses, that being me being a people pleaser, I understand that, you know, you're not going to be able to impress everybody, you know? You're not going to be able to impress everyone that is your target audience. And I understand that. But it still sucks. It sucks. And sometimes it can be a little bit disheartening, especially if you make a video that, you know, you put a lot of effort into it. Like, for example, one of my most recent videos, which was actually my SummerSlam predictions video. Now, that video hasn't been up it's been up for a little over a day, but comparatively speaking to my other videos, that video, the views aren't really that high. And I know that I say that I don't really care that much about the views, that it's about getting the message out there. And I still mean that from a personal level and from, you know, my perspective of things. But looking at it from an analytical and kind of like a neutral approach, it's like, whoa, like that's kind of not good if your videos are kind of getting a little bit low in the views. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what is there something the matter with your videos, or is there something wrong with your delivery? You know, those are the kind of things I think about, and it kind of scares me that, like, when I see my views that low, I'm just thinking, am I possibly doing something wrong? Am I like losing influence or inspiration on you guys? Like what is the deal? You know, just talk to me. Like what's going on? You know, like I want to try to well, not just try, but keep on doing the best I can to be a better person overall and to be better about making content that, you know, everybody can enjoy, or at least as many people as humanly possible. Because like I said before, I know that my content isn't going to be for everybody, especially, you know, when I'm in my shirtless maniac mode. And, you know, just to reiterate, that is me in a character. I know that I put disclaimers all over videos like that because I want to drive it home to all the new viewers, especially, that, you know, hey, this isn't who I am in real life, you know? Yeah, sure, like, I'm very energetic and very happy-go-lucky and kind of a bit of a tough person to handle in real life when I want to be. But, you know, all in all, when I want to be, I'm a pretty chill, laid-back, and diplomatic and professional individual, such as hopefully I'm demonstrating right now in this video. But, you know, with videos like that, you know, I know, based on the amount of feedback and the amount of results that those videos have gotten us, I know that those are some of our most popular videos. And, you know, it makes me really happy to see it because it's like, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm kind of doing something right, but it's like, I don't want to keep doing shirtless maniac videos in order to get views, period. Because I know that there's some of you guys that don't exactly like seeing me flip out in my character form, where it's a parody video or a video that's meant to be staged and fake and all that stuff. It's like, I know that there's some of you guys that want to see battle videos. I know that there's some of you guys that want to see my MegaCrasher creates a mega videos. I know that there's some of you guys that want to see, like, fuck, what else? Like, top 10 lists and things like that. Like, and by the way, it's like, I want to keep on mixing it up and stuff like that. It's been a long time since I've done, like, battle videos and stuff like that. I actually had someone inbox me and ask me that, do you still do battles? It's like, well, hell yeah, I do. I just haven't exactly been, it sounds very weird when I say I haven't had the chance to yet, because I know that that when it comes to the content that I upload, I'm in charge of what I upload, and I could literally upload anything that I want. So it kind of sounds weird when I say that I haven't had the chance to upload battles when, obviously, I'm more than capable of doing exactly that. But there's things that I've kind of been wanting to catch up on. Such as, for example, I need to catch up on my Pokemon X, Y, and Z episodes reaction highlights videos that I said that I was going to be doing for you guys. And I've done one episode so far. And I know that we're already on, like, what, episode 38, 39 or some shit like that. And the last episode I reacted to was episode 33, I think. But anyways, it's like, what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, hopefully, if things go to plan, is I want to work on those videos and just pretty much, like, bring them to you guys, like, just boom, 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 like, just upload one after another, after another, after another, to kind of make up for lost time, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I have not forgotten about that. And, you know, there's so many different videos that I want to do, but the thing of it is, I can only do one thing at a time. I can only do one video at a time, so definitely your guys' patience and understanding is definitely more than appreciated, which you guys have showed an endless supply of. And something else I kind of want to talk about, and I'm kind of opening up a little bit of an old issue here, a little bit of an old can of worms, but I'm not so much opening it up in a bad, as a bad light, but sort of like me thinking it's like, from the perspective of, you know what? Life is way too short. Life is way too short to be having grudges. Life's way too short to be salty, you know, to have a problem with someone. I mean, you know what? I understand that sort of mentality ain't going to work in every single situation. There are some people that are going to be naturally really shitty people that do really shitty things. And even if you forgave them a whole bunch of times, it won't mean anything. And, you know, one such example, and this is literally the only time that I'm going to mention this individual's names, so please, please, please don't kill me, okay? But Felicify, okay? When I was on, back on our old channel, okay, you know, like, I started out really, looking up to this individual and really, you know, being into his content and stuff like that. And even still to this day, like, the guy uploads amazing content. You cannot dispute that. But the thing of it is just because you upload amazing content, that doesn't dictate who you are as a person. You could be the best content creator in the world and be the world's shittiest person. Or you could upload the world's shittiest content and be the nicest person. But anyways, the quality of the content does not dictate personality. Said it once, say it again. And the thing of it is that, you know, there was an incident on Twitter where my friend was talking to this individual. And he brought up a legitimate criticism about one of his Swampert sets. I believe it was like the Dive Swampert set or some shit like that. I can't really remember. Like, I can't remember 100%. It was really fuzzy because it happened last summer, right? It happened last August. So over a year. I would kind of have to look back and kind of do a little bit of digging up, stuff like that. But anyways, from what was going on, you know, like, he was just bringing up legitimate criticisms and really talking respectfully to him. He even said that he respected him and stuff like that. But, of course, he was being really shitty towards my friend. And that's where I jumped in. And despite me defending my friend, and even to this day, I will defend him to my last breath. And that's the way I feel about all of you guys, is, you know, for especially the ones I've grown close to, the ones that, you know, have talked to me, that we've talked to each other, whether it be on Twitter, Skype, which, by the way, I'm not much of a Skype person, and I want to apologize for that, because I know there's been some people that's been hounding me to want to talk to on Skype and all that stuff. The thing of it is, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm going to be completely frank with you, I am not a Skype person. Sure, I'm always signed in, stuff like that, but I'm always idle, right? I just sort of am just like, yep, I'm signed in, but, you know, I'm not really kind of doing anything there. Like, there's a couple people I talk to, like, very occasionally and stuff like that, right? However, the good news is I am going to be attempting to, anyway, set up a Discord server, which, I guess from what I know about it so far, it is a... It's sort of like Skype, but at the same time, it's sort of like you can either use video chat, voice chat, or something like that. You can use text chat, where, like, you can talk to people through instant messaging or something like that. Like I said, you know, I don't really know that much about it, so I do apologize if I kind of got some of that wrong. Didn't really come prepared, as I said, for a video like this and for saying the first things that come to my mind. But anyways, getting back to what I was talking about before. I had confronted this individual after, I heard of him talking down on my friend and accusing him of antagonizing him and also being really shitty towards him. And the thing of it is like I wasn't gonna have it. Now through that whole situation, right, through the whole exchange, I was not being rude or disrespectful to him. In fact, I was actually talking supportively of him, you know. But then, of course, it led to him blocking me without any logical response. He typed in "sigh" and that was it. And then he blocked me. But then, of course, that's when I made the video to kind of expose the situation and just sort of like really, that right there was sort of like my last ditch effort to kind of get my message across, to not so much make an impact, because I know that kind of sounds a little bit harsh, but to really kind of get the point across that, to say, hey, like, I'm talking to you, and the way that you treated my friend and now the way that you're treating me, I don't appreciate it. So, here's a video to kind of lay it all out there if we're going to be taking it to that level. But anyways, what ended up happening was that a few weeks later, this is sort of where one of my weaknesses kick in. I got a big fucking heart, and I mean a big heart. And this is where some people can actually take advantage of me in that way. And this is where I sort of become insanely apologetic and sort of like, I'm just sort of like looking back and I'm just like what the fuck was this even all about, man? Like, I was just like, man, that sucked. That really, really sucked. And, that's just me. It's like, I don't have the heart or stomach for fighting with people. Whether or not I'm in the right or wrong, it's like, I walk away and I'm thinking, man, that sucked. Like, why the hell did this even happen? Why did I fight with this person? Why did this person fight with me? And anyways, like, I end up making a video, right? I made a video to address the hate that I was getting when I was defending myself and my friend against the situation that had taken place on Twitter between the individual that I had talked about and my friend, and then with me. I made a video to address the hate and also to address this individual one-on-one. And I had actually apologized for fighting with him, for us fighting with each other. And the apology, might have seemed a little bit like, whoa, like, this was completely left field. Like, why are you suddenly apologizing? The thing of it is in this situation here, I was a little bit of an apologist because I was apologizing for him rather than him apologizing for himself. Because I just want the whole thing to be done and dusted with, man. It's just like, I didn't want to fight with someone who literally back then was one of my biggest inspirations, and even still was, through the whole situation. Like, okay, a little bit of a backstory here, okay? And I can't believe that I'm going to be talking about this, but I guess, this is a part of really, decompressing my brain, was that when I first came across this individual and his content, I was going through a really, really rough patch, with a relationship that was failing and had ended badly, with the way that I felt that my direction in life was going, I felt like because I was still living at home, I was a loser. I was a greasy, minimum wage loser. That's the way I was feeling. And the thing of it is nothing's changed to this day. And want to know something? I don't give a damn about that. I'm happy with who I am. So if someone wants to judge me for living with my mommy and living in the basement, go ahead. Here's the thing. I got a full-time job, work 48 hours a week. I got my own car. I got a fucking Android, okay? And it's all for near minimum wage. But you want to know something? I don't give a fuck about that. I'm happy that I even have a job, considering the state of the economy in some places these days. But anyways, I came across this individual, and him and his content literally got me through a really bad patch in my life. Like, the kind of patch where I had contemplated the fact that it hurt to even breathe in and out, Like, I felt that much down on myself, and his content was literally medicine for me. It just kind of, like, now that I'm reminiscing on all this stuff, and now that I'm kind of looking back, I'm just like, you know, what the hell has all this come to, you know? I understand that, you know, the deeds have been done, and I made videos speaking out against this person, as, you know, you guys have clearly seen before. Videos that were either on the spot, that were better made, or videos that took some time and preparation to make, such as my Standing Up Against Volicify series, you know, the two-part series, whatever. There was going to be a third one, but I'm like, you know what? No. I made a pledge and I made a claim to all of you guys. I absolutely refuse to make any more videos or make any more mention about this individual, period, with the exception, of course, of this video to illustrate an example, of course. Now, the thing is I'm even still, like, to this day, I'm looking back, I'm like, you know, what the hell happened? Like, why so many drastic changes? You know, I'm someone that doesn't like change, right? And, like, I understand that with some of the stuff that has happened, you know, it's justified, but even still, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, was this even worth it? You know, was this even called for? You know, some people were thinking if he just stuck to his original content and just did him, would he be in this position that he is right now, that him getting so much hate and all that stuff? I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. Like, I don't know how long there's been that undercurrent in this situation, but like I said, I don't know, and we may never know. But the way I see it is that it is what it is now. You know, you can't turn back time, can't take back what happened. You can't fix the past, but you can fix the future. So, you know, I'm thinking that if there ever was any time that a drastic change happened where the people that have once been really shitty people were actually able to make right of the wrongs that they committed, then it's like, you know what? It's like, why shouldn't we give these people another chance if they are really going out of their way to be able to be better people and to take back the mistakes that they've made, or at least do the very best they can to correct them. You know what I mean? You can't really take back mistakes, but you can correct them. And it kind of makes me think about something else that that you guys remember back when we hit 1,000 subscribers, when we suddenly got attacked by a bunch of spam accounts and they were dislike botting our videos, and then I ended up making a video where I ended up calling out those people that ended up constantly attacking us. Like, not just attacking me, but attacking all of you guys. Like, even still, with that video right there, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I didn't want to make that video. You know, as entertained as I was in that moment, you know, when the whole thing was on the spot. The whole thing was an in-the-moment kind of thing. But it was one of those videos that kind of panned out, or at least it looked like it panned out, but I'm just like, you know what, like, looking back, I'm just like, fuck, man. It's like there's so much that has happened, not just with me, but just in general. There's so much that has happened on here that just really, it's really unnecessary, and it kind of jades me a little bit, you know? I'm just kind of getting really worn out with that stuff. You know, I don't want to be a part of it, but sometimes I kind of get dragged into it, or sometimes it's like, I don't want to say I'm forced into it, but I kind of feel like that'd be a personal crime against me if I didn't at least make a stand or say something, you know? Because I am a stand-up guy, but it's like at the same time, it's like I prefer to stay out of it because I know that that's not something that you guys would like to see. I know despite the fact that some videos that I've done, you know, calling out other people, I've done very well, statistically speaking. Like, I will say up front that the videos I made on Volicify have done very well, statistically speaking, but does it mean that I want to make those videos? Hell no. And do I feel good about making those videos? Hell no. And do I feel good about having them videos appear in your sub box, knowing that they did not come from my creative mind and creative heart? Hell no. But those videos were made out of principle. Same with the video that I made calling out the people that were attacking our channel. But does it mean I feel good about those videos? No. And of course, as a result, it made one of those people made a slanderous video about me, accusing me of calling one of my friends a cringy little 10-year-old, when in actuality, I called the attacker a cringy little 10-year-old because the way that he was making videos and trying to be trying to be like this wannabe troll or whatever. Like, if you listened to one of his videos, you would understand just how much of a tryhard it was. You know, a tryhard attempt it was to be a hater, and it just honestly, it's not necessary. But you know what? It is what it is. And I mean, you know, sure, there's still that video out there of me being accused of calling one of my friends cringy and being a bully and stuff like that, supposedly. But for those of you guys that know me personally, you guys know that I'm not a bully, and I sure as hell don't stand up for bullying. Like, I don't stand for it whatsoever. I stand against bullying, even still to this day. Even if I don't like conflict, even if I don't like fighting, I feel like that I would be a bit of a coward if I was to completely back off and back down from standing up against bullying. Because as someone who grew up with a lifetime of being bullied, you know, through grade primary, you know, elementary, junior high, high school, especially high school, man. High school was fucking rough for me. You know, I had to fight for myself. You know, my family couldn't help me because they didn't know they didn't know what to do, and you know, no fault of theirs, right? Like they couldn't go to the school and beat the shit out of everyone that was making fun of me, calling me a faggot, calling me this, calling me that, you know, making fun of my height, making fun of my size, making fun of my looks, making fun of the fact that I got a fucking double chin. You know, I can't help that I don't have a chisel chin like these tall, dark, and handsome individuals. You know, I got a double chin sometimes. You know, when I go like this, when I tuck my chin back. Yeah, I got a double chin. But you want to know something? That's the way the skin works. If your skin didn't work like an elastic, you know, if you didn't have rolls when you sat down, if you didn't have rolls when you tucked your chin back, your skin would stretch and it would probably hurt. So the way I see it is I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of who I am. If someone wants to make fun of me because I have a little bit of cushion for the pushing, then go ahead. But you want to know something? I've been working out for 10 years, and I'm not that small kid anymore. So, you know, if you're going to pick on me at your own risk kind of thing. But despite all that, you know, I'm a lover, not a fighter, and that's the way I am. That's the way I'm probably always going to be. But through my trials and tribulations through high school, I have endured, you know, I have endured some of the most horrific thoughts and horrific things, such as, you know, being harassed and having the most abusive, profane language thrown at me. You know, having people even go as far as to, you know, scare me into fighting someone, or have me scared that someone wants to fight me. It's like, you know, I don't want to fucking fight people, you know? And there's people trying to pick fights with me, you know, people stalking me and things like that. People making false accusations about me when either it was a misunderstanding or whether it didn't even happen at all, right? And it drove me to the point where I either want to jump off the fucking rooftop of a 3-story building and go splatteroony all over the pavement, or I want to drag a big butcher knife right across my neck and slash my throat. But the thing of it is that, you know, you stop and think for a second. It's like, okay, well, who for one, who's going to clean up the mess? Who's going to hide the body? Who is going to tell my poor mother, who is not well physically, that her only son is dead? Who is going to tell my father, who'd be absolutely devastated, that one of his sons is dead? Who would be able to tell my poor sister, who has quite a few mental disabilities that I can't even begin to list off, and I'm not going to get into that because it's honestly a fucking sin that my sister's got to live through that stuff, man. But who would tell her that, you know? So, you know, the thing with suicide is it's honestly very, very tough to deal with. You know, it's never, ever an easy thing. But if you ever feel that way, do not ever fucking hesitate to reach out to someone and talk to them. You know, call the hotline, the suicide hotline. You know, talk to someone, talk to a therapist. You know, just talk. And that's kind of the main premise of this video, is me just talking to you guys, saying what's on my mind, you know? You could say that this is kind of a little bit of therapy, you know, from me to all of you guys, where I'm venting to all of you guys. You know, I'm the patient, you guys are the psychiatrist, so to speak. But, you know, it's kind of viewed in many different lights and many different situations and things like that. But with all that being said, I kind of feel like that I've said all that I've really needed to say at this point. I mean, we're past 30 minutes, and I highly doubt that you guys have wanted to sit through this whole video up until this point. But if you did, holy shit, just let me know, and I will personally, like, put you guys on, like, a wall of fame or something like that for sitting through a movie like this, where you just have someone wearing an Under Armour shirt talking and spouting off about a bunch of random things that are just weighing down on his mind, right? But I just hope that with a video like this, I feel like that I can come to you guys and just decompress mentally with all that's been going on in my mind, and for there to be no judgment. If someone wants to judge me, what can you do? What can you do? Sure, it'll make me sad because that person wasn't pleased or whatever, because I am a people pleaser, as I said before. But that's the way life works. You can't go around thinking that you can please everybody. Otherwise, that you're gonna wind up setting yourself up constantly for disappointment, right? But it's honestly, that's the way life is. You can't have high expectations, right? You can't have the expectations that you're gonna go from 0 to 100 in just like that, And in this case right here, you can't have the expectations to go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in 1 week or 1 year even, You'd have to have insane luck to be able to have something like that, right? Something like that to happen, like, for example, if we were to go from 2,000 to, like, say, 5,000 subscribers or even 3,000, like, the run of a week, that would be a miracle, and that would be a very high expectation. I mean, that would have to come from a big shout-out from a big individual. Not that I'm asking for a shout-out. Believe me, if I'm to get a shout-out from someone, I want to fucking earn it. I want it to be from the heart, not from because I just suggested, like, holy shit. I apologize for making that sound so fucking bad. But, I guess that's just a part of speaking your mind, saying the first thing that comes to your mind. You know what I'm saying? So please don't judge me for that. I do not want to have a shout-out if you guys feel I don't deserve it, kind of thing, right? But I would definitely like to think that I am worthy of your guys' respect, praise, and admiration, as you guys have clearly demonstrated to me in the past. And, don't be afraid to say what I need to improve on, or to say what's on your mind, just as long as, you're being professional about it, I literally crave and encourage criticisms and encourage things like things like that, criticisms, room for improvement, things like that. I'm always looking to improve. I know that a few of the things I need to improve on, for one, I need a new fucking microphone. I would like to get a snowball microphone, but things keep happening financially. I had to spend $500+ to get the underside of my car fixed because the middle part of my muffler disconnected, split in two, and it was dragging on the ground. And I'm like, well, fuck. I can't drive my car anywhere until I have it fixed. So I had to tow that shit to Speedy's, have them fix that, which cost me $500. So I mean, like, the whole microphone thing's gonna have to be put on hold, at least for a little bit. And I know that another thing I need to improve on is the scenery and the lighting. Here's the thing. Let me just show you guys something. Look, this right here is my scenery. Okay, this right here is the laundry room. And this right here is the best I can do for right now when it comes to being able to do my content to the best of my abilities. Because if I was to do it, say, like, in the rec room, which is beyond this door here, the thing of it is that my voice travels, even through this door, right? But especially if the room that I did this in did not have a door, that would annoy the shit out of my mother. And I don't want to do that, right? As much as I love to carry on and annoy my mother anyways, the thing of it is I do have some respect for, if she wants to, kick back and watch TV or whatever, because she fucking works harder than some people even work a full-time job. Like, I'm not even going to fucking open up that can of worms, but just take my word for it. But anyways, like, if I was to do a video on the rec room, like, with the rec room out there, the scenery would be so much nicer. But the thing of it is until we have a door, an extra door installed on the top of the staircase where it leads to the basement, And unless we can soundproof these walls or something like that, like I cannot afford to make most of my videos out there. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, you know, I gotta bear with staying in here to make my videos not only out of respect for my mother, but also because this is where everything is all hooked up. You know, my router is hooked up, like you can see. I got my is that a modem or router? Like I honestly can't even. Sometimes I get that mixed up between a router and a modem and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say that this is a modem, and this right here is my router. And you see my fedora with my Mew plushie sitting and chilling up top. You know. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is honestly going to conclude the whole video. I know I said that a few minutes ago, saying that I was going to end things off right here, said all that I needed to say, but this right here is truthfully it. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video. Fucking 40 plus minutes of a 5'6", 190-pound individual just talking at you is about whatever is on his mind. But hopefully that this does well and this reaches out to you guys. And that you guys, you know, communicate with me, you know, like open up with me, you know, like open up with me, you know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't always have to be about me opening up to you guys. You guys can open up to me too, you know, whether it be through a YouTube comment, whether it be through a message on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. You know, that's why I have those links in the description box down below, like to my Twitter, to my Facebook. You know, things like that is because, you know, if you guys want to talk to me, you know, I get a lot of fucking messages daily. So I do apologize if I'm not able to reply right away to your guys' messages. Sometimes I don't even get to see them because they're either filtered out as possible spam messages on Facebook, or I get so many messages that the older ones get buried. So I want to apologize for those that feel like I'm leaving them hanging. Believe me, man, I'm not. I'm busy as hell. I get spammed with a lot of messages. Not that that's a bad thing, okay? I love it when you guys talk to me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video off right here. If you enjoyed this video, you know, give this a like, you know, show this video some love and support and all that stuff. Not really going to set really a like goal for this because, you know, there's just sort of like an on-the-spot kind of video. But hopefully this video will be well received by you guys. You know, let me know in the comment section down below your guys' criticisms, your guys' thoughts. If you guys have anything to say, seriously, just say it. You know, be respectful, but just say it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end the video off for right now. I do plan on uploading, obviously, more content for you guys. As I said previously, I'm going to be working on catching up on my Pokemon X, Y, and Z reaction episode series for you guys, because I know there's been a lot of you guys that have been wanting that and stuff like that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget, I love each and every single one of you guys. And I'll see you guys next upload. Take care. Have a good night.